Banks see that franchising has a benefit. Partly, well, the main reason is the lower failure rate that we see with franchisees. And the reason for that lower failure rate is around things like the fact that they get training, they get support, and not only at the beginning when they start their business, but they get ongoing support throughout the life of their franchise, and they get the benefit of being part of a network of fellow franchisees operating the same business across the country.
The benefits of franchising to the franchisee are that we'd all like that big idea and exploit a big idea and go into business. But I think in being realistic, most people don't have that big idea, but they do want to take control of their own lives. And so the benefits to them are that they can buy into a proven system. For instance, ourselves at Signs Express, we've been around now for franchising for 16 years. We have 80 franchisees. And so people who are coming into our system can see that that system is proven and it works. It's not just a branding, there's a huge support structure there as well.
I think the advantages of franchising for somebody that has never been in business before is the tried and tested format of a business that is already successful.
The advantages of franchising are very clear. It's a systemised approach to business, which means that anyone who has never been in business before can follow a system that ensures that the outcome is predictable.
For a franchisee, some of the advantages of franchising are that it's a business that's already invented. It's been proven to be successful. Now, that reduces the chance of failure for the franchisee, but it also means that a lot of the discovery that business people have to go through when they're finding out what works and what doesn't work has already been done. So the franchisee won't make those mistakes. They won't spend on that advertising that potentially they don't need to spend on. They won't use that supplier that provides them with material that's maybe not quite up to the standard. But there are lots of benefits outside of that. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, franchising is a method of getting into self-employment. And there are lots of benefits to running your own business, being in control of your own destiny, having the freedom to be able to choose the kind of business you're running. If it's within franchising, having the certainty of knowing, in some degree, if you follow the system, where you're going to be in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time. Isolation is something that's quite often overlooked. Running a business on your own is quite lonely work, or can be quite lonely work. And for people coming out of an employed environment where they're used to having those water cooler moments that they can stand and talk to people about what was on telly last night or whatever else it might be, when you're in your business on your own, it's difficult to kind of cope with that. But in a franchise, you're part of a network, and there are other people out there running very similar businesses with similar experiences, facing similar problems, and they're there as much as the franchisor's there to support and help the franchisee to grow. So there are a number of benefits to getting involved in franchising.
The advantages of franchising for franchisees is that they have all of the support of the franchisor. They're fast-tracked in the business so that they can get to a level of turnover and profit without making all of the mistakes that the franchisor has probably made before. So, at Dream Doors, we will accelerate a franchisee from a standing start to a high turnover, and they don't have to make the mistakes that we've made in the past.